As we begin this journey, I invite you to pause for a moment. Listen carefully. There is something within you, a soft yet powerful whisper from deep inside your soul. It feels like a forgotten memory, but one that is strangely familiar. Have you ever wondered if everything you've believed about this world is an illusion? Or perhaps you've always known the truth, yet didn't recognize it? This is not a journey to seek something external. It is a journey to remember who you truly are. You are not here to become someone else. You are here to awaken to the truth that you have always been yourself. The truth, hidden from you until now, is that awakening is not something that will happen in the future. It has always been within you, waiting for you to realize it. There is no need to search, no need to chase after the light. That light has been inside of you all along. All you need to do is open your eyes and see that you have always been the light. And once you understand this, once you fully grasp this realization, the world around you will change forever. The illusions you have held onto will dissolve. The stories, the beliefs, the fears, these will no longer hold power over you. You will see that you are not bound by the limits of your mind or the physical world around you. You are the eternal light, the consciousness that has always been awake. In that moment of remembering, you will feel a deep sense of peace, a profound sense of belonging. You are home. The search is over, for you have never been lost. You have simply forgotten. The truth has always been within you. And now, as you remember it, you step into your power, into the light that is you. This opening sets the stage for the rest of the journey by calling attention to the power of self-realization, inviting the viewer to connect with the light that has always been within them. The tone is gentle yet profound, encouraging introspection and awakening to the eternal truth that lies hidden within. Imagine for a moment that everything around you, the house you live in, the people you meet, the events you experience, are simply reflections of your inner perception. Have you ever asked yourself if this reality is truly objective, or is it just a model that you've created based on how you choose to see it? This is a fundamental question. The universe is not a fixed entity. It is a mirror reflecting your mind. Quantum mechanics has revealed something astonishing. Reality is not a permanent, unchanging thing. It is a dynamic structure created by the very way you perceive it. In quantum experiments, particles exist in multiple states until they are observed. So, what does this mean for you? Are you the one observing this reality? The truth is, you are not your thoughts, your emotions, or even your ego. You are the observer. You are the witness to everything that is unfolding around you. Just like the sky is not the clouds drifting through it, you are not your thoughts or emotions. You are the sky, vast, unchanging, and eternal. Take a moment right now. Breathe deeply and pay attention to the rhythm of your breath. How do you feel when you simply observe your thoughts, when you don't engage with them but let them come and go freely? That is when you begin to realize nothing truly exists outside of your awareness. All the experiences you have, the joy, the fear, the uncertainty, are simply passing phenomena within the vast space of your consciousness. The reality you perceive is not external to you. It is shaped by how you perceive it. If you were to change your perspective, if you were to observe the world from a different vantage point, the world itself would shift. The particles in the quantum world are not static. They exist in a state of infinite possibilities until they are observed. So, when you shift your awareness, you also change your reality. Consider this. You are the creator, the observer of this entire experience. Your mind, your thoughts, your perception are the lenses through which the universe expresses itself. The moment you start seeing yourself as the observer, not just the experiencer, you take control of your reality. You break free from the illusion that the world is something fixed and unchangeable, and instead, you recognize that you are participating in the creation of everything you see, feel, and encounter. Now, think of your mind as the sky. The clouds, your thoughts, come and go, but the sky remains unchanged. It is the silent witness to everything. As you begin to observe your thoughts without becoming entangled in them, you step into the infinite space of awareness. You become aware of the fact that you are not your thoughts. You are not your body. You are not the ego that has defined you. You are the sky, vast, limitless, eternal. And this is where the real power lies. When you recognize that you are the observer, you no longer react to life. Instead, you witness it with clarity. You no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstances. You see yourself as the creator, the observer, the one who shapes the very fabric of reality. In this awareness, the world around you transforms. The illusions you once believed in begin to dissolve, and the infinite potential of the universe reveals itself to you. Nothing truly exists outside of your perception. The universe is waiting for you to recognize that you are not separate from it. It is all connected, all one. You are not just a passive observer of life. You are the creator, the observer, and the consciousness that gives rise to everything you experience. And the moment you truly understand this, you awaken to the infinite reality that has always been within you. Many people live their lives believing they are separate, isolated beings, cut off from each other and the world. This belief in separation can be so deeply ingrained that it becomes the lens through which we view all of existence. But what if this belief is nothing more than an illusion? What if everything you see, everything you experience, is simply a reflection of your inner world? What if the boundaries you perceive between yourself and others, between you and the universe, are entirely self-imposed? Take a step back and truly observe the world around you. The truth is, you are not an isolated creature, struggling to survive in a world beyond your control. You are an intrinsic part of everything. From ancient teachings, whether in Buddhism or Hermeticism, there is a common thread. Separation is a lie. You are not a solitary grain of sand lost in the vastness of the ocean. You are the ocean itself. You are the universe, experiencing itself through your senses. The sense of separation you feel is a profound misunderstanding. It comes from the belief that you are a separate individual, isolated from everything else. But in reality, the true nature of your being is connection. You are not distinct from the world, you are the world. You are the infinite cosmos, unfolding itself in countless forms. This realization can be both humbling and liberating. When you embrace the truth that there is no separation, you begin to see yourself as part of a larger whole. You no longer perceive yourself as an isolated entity, but as a vital thread in the intricate web of existence. Now let's talk about the ego, the self-image you've cultivated over a lifetime. The ego is a survival mechanism, something we all carry within us. It is not inherently bad. It has served its purpose in helping you navigate the physical world. However, over time, the ego begins to define who we think we are. It convinces us that we are separate, that we are defined by our experiences, our roles, our labels. The ego tells you that you are an individual, distinct from everything else, and that your worth is determined by your successes, failures, and the way the world sees you. But the ego is not your true self. It is merely a construct, a false identity created to help you survive. The ego is the part of you that holds onto old stories, to past traumas, and to limiting beliefs. It creates the illusion that you are confined to a small, defined version of yourself. But here's the powerful truth. You are not the ego. You are the awareness that observes it. The moment you begin to detach from the ego, you step into a greater freedom. You see that the limitations you've placed upon yourself are not real. They are the products of old conditioning, false beliefs, and fears that no longer serve you. The ego is like a coat you wear. It is useful when needed, but it is not who you are. And just like a coat, you can take it off when you no longer need it. Imagine that you are standing in front of a mirror, seeing the reflection of yourself. The image you see is not you. It's simply a reflection, a projection of your physical form. In the same way, the ego is not you. It is an image, a reflection of a story you've been telling yourself for years. But when you look deeper, you'll see that there is no you in the story. There is only awareness. Once you realize this, the illusion of separation dissolves. You begin to see that there is no you and them, no me and the world. There is only one interconnected whole. You are not a separate entity living in a world outside of you. You are part of the world. You are the universe experiencing itself, and once you awaken to this truth, everything changes. The moment you recognize that the ego is not your true self, you begin to experience true freedom. You no longer feel confined by the limits of your past, by the stories the ego has told you. You are no longer bound by the roles you've played or the labels you've accepted. Instead, you are free to explore the infinite potential of who you truly are. You are no longer just a small fragment. You are the whole universe, expressing itself through this unique form. In this freedom, you can step into your true power. You can embrace your infinite nature, the part of you that is timeless, limitless, and boundless. The ego may try to pull you back into its old patterns, but now you know the truth. You know that you are not the ego. You are the awareness that sees beyond the illusion, that recognizes your oneness with everything. And in this recognition, you begin to awaken to the infinite self that has always been there, waiting for you to remember. As you shed the illusion of separation and release the grip of the ego, you step into your true self, the self that is connected to everything, the self that is infinite, eternal, and free. You are no longer bound by the stories of who you were. You are the creator, the observer, and the universe itself, experiencing and expressing its boundless potential through you. This revised part reflects the core concept of dissolving the illusion of separation, offering a deeper exploration of the ego and the true self. It combines the personal awakening process with a broader understanding of connection, while also creating a narrative that invites reflection and insight. Now I invite you to consider a profound truth. You are not the character in this game. You are the one who created the game. You are not a victim of this reality. You are the creator of it. Every thought, every emotion, every action you take sends out a vibration, a frequency into the universe. You are not just a part of the universe. You are the universe. The very essence of your consciousness is the key to unlocking all doors. Every experience, every event, every person you encounter is a reflection of your own inner world. We live in a world where the idea of creation and perception is often left to chance or dictated by external forces. But what if I told you that the world you see is not random, and it's not something that happens to you? What if it is a direct creation of your own thoughts and beliefs? This is not just a philosophical idea. It is the foundational truth of the universe. The reality you experience is a mirror, constantly reflecting back what you believe to be true. Your thoughts shape the world around you. They create the events, the opportunities, the obstacles, and the people you encounter. One concept that has gained much attention in recent years is the idea of the simulation theory. Philosophers and scientists alike have speculated that we may be living in a reality that has been programmed, a simulation designed to mimic the physical world. But what if you yourself are not just a participant in this simulation, but its creator? You are the one who programs the code, who writes the rules, and who designs the world you experience. The very fabric of your reality is shaped by your perceptions, and you are in control of every aspect of it. Think of it like a video game. In the game, the player controls the character, the environment, and the outcomes. But the player is not limited by the character. The character is simply an extension of the player's will, an expression of the player's choices. In the same way, your body, your mind, and your experiences are not the sum of your existence. They are expressions of the consciousness that is you, the infinite creator who is choosing to experience life through this form. The most liberating realization you can have is that you are not bound by the game. You can step outside the limitations of the simulation at any time. You are not trapped in the world you see. You are the one who controls it, the one who creates it. And once you realize this, everything changes. The power of creation lies in your ability to shift your perception. The way you see the world is what dictates your reality. If you see the world as limited, if you see it as something you cannot control, then that will be your experience. But if you see it as something you can shape, as something that reflects your innermost beliefs and desires, then you step into your power. You become the architect of your reality. This is not just about positive thinking or wishful dreaming. This is about understanding that the very essence of who you are, the awareness, the consciousness that is observing this world, is the source of creation. You are not merely reacting to life. You are actively participating in its creation. Every thought you have, every belief you hold, Every emotion you feel sends out a signal to the universe, and the universe responds accordingly. This is the true power of the Creator within. When you step into the role of the Creator, you realize that you have the ability to change your reality in an instant. You are no longer bound by the past, by the limitations of your upbringing, or by the circumstances you were born into. You have the power to rewrite the story of your life, to design a new reality, to break free from the constraints of time and space. The key to unlocking this power lies in your perception. The moment you begin to see yourself as the Creator, the one who shapes reality with every thought, every belief, and every action, you step into your true power. You realize that you are the universe, experiencing itself in all its infinite forms. The world is not happening to you, it is happening through you. So I ask you, what reality are you choosing to create? What world do you want to experience? The power is in your hands. You are not a passive observer. You are the creator, the architect, the one who holds the keys to the universe. And once you realize this, you will begin to see the world around you transform in ways you never thought possible. Because you are not just a part of this universe, you are the universe experiencing itself. And the moment you step into that truth, everything becomes possible. This section emphasizes the idea that you are the creator of your reality, encouraging the viewer to step into their true power as the architect of their life. The tone is empowering, inviting the audience to recognize their ability to shape and change their world by shifting their perceptions and embracing their role as the creator. As you step into the role of the observer, a remarkable shift begins to happen within you. You start to realize that everything you experience, the thoughts that swirl through your mind, the emotions that rise and fall, the events that unfold before you, are not who you are. They are simply experiences, fleeting moments in time passing through your awareness. You are not the thoughts. You are not the emotions. You are the space in which they exist. Think of it like this. You are not the weather patterns in the sky. You are the sky itself, the vast, infinite space that holds all things without judgment, without attachment. Your thoughts, your feelings, and the world around you are like clouds drifting through the sky. They come and go, but the sky remains unchanged, ever present. As you begin to adopt the role of the observer, you move beyond the grasp of the ego, the I that claims ownership over these thoughts and experiences. You realize that everything you are experiencing is simply a reflection, a projection, like images in a mirror that you have created. Now, let's do a simple exercise together. Take a deep breath and let it fill your lungs. As you exhale, pay close attention to the thoughts passing through your mind. Notice how they appear, sometimes in rapid succession, other times lingering longer. But notice this: you don't have to control them. You don't need to try to stop them or hold on to them. They are just like clouds floating through the sky, temporary, ever-changing, and utterly transient. You are not the clouds. You are the sky. You are the vast, unchanging awareness that simply observes the clouds as they pass by. This practice of stepping into the role of the observer is a powerful one. It frees you from the emotional drama, the thought loops, and the mental stories that have defined your existence. When you become the observer, you stop identifying with your thoughts and emotions. You stop seeing them as a reflection of who you are, and instead, you begin to see them for what they truly are, passing phenomena. They are not permanent. They do not define you. They are simply experiences flowing through the river of your awareness. In that space of observation, you reclaim your power. The world around you may still unfold as it always has, but you no longer feel like a victim of circumstances. You are not controlled by the fluctuations of your thoughts or the ups and downs of your emotions. You are the calm, the stillness, the awareness that holds space for all of it to exist without interference. When you embrace this state of observation, you are able to engage with life in a new way. You no longer react to every thought, every emotion, or every situation. Instead, you watch them come and go, and you simply choose how you respond. The power of awareness lies in your ability to observe without attachment. When you observe from a place of pure awareness, without getting tangled in the narrative your ego tries to tell, you unlock a sense of freedom. You are no longer controlled by the stories that play out in your mind. So, take a moment, breathe again, and feel the space between your thoughts. Can you see how they come and go without you needing to act on them? Can you feel the stillness, the vastness of awareness that holds everything without being disturbed? This is the power of awareness. When you become the observer, not the actor, you step into the role of the creator. You create your reality from a place of clarity, not reaction. You become the master of your experience because you are no longer driven by the winds of thought and emotion. You are the sky, and everything else is just passing clouds. By simply observing, you reclaim the power to choose how you respond to life. The illusion of being swept along by your thoughts and emotions dissolves, and you see that you are the one who is always in control. In this stillness, in this awareness, you find your true power. You are not at the mercy of your thoughts. You are the one observing them, choosing how to engage with them. And in this space, you are free. This revised section focuses on the deep power of becoming the observer, shifting the emphasis from identifying with thoughts and emotions to recognizing that they are temporary experiences passing through your awareness. The goal is to empower the reader with the realization that true freedom lies in their ability to observe without attachment. And in that space, they find their true power. As you walk through each stage of this journey, you will come to a profound realization. There is nothing more you need to seek. Everything you've been searching for has always been within you. The light, the truth, the love, they have always existed inside of you, waiting for you to open your heart and embrace them. You are the light of your own existence, and once you recognize this, you will see that everything around you begins to change. The pain, the fear, the doubts, they are just passing waves on the surface of the vast ocean of your being. The truth you seek is not something distant, something to be achieved or obtained. It has always been with you, within you, waiting for you to acknowledge it. When you realize that you are the source of your own light, you begin to understand that nothing in this world has the power to define you or dim that light. You are the eternal flame, always shining brightly, unaffected by the temporary shadows that may pass through your life. Now, as you stand on the other side of this door, having crossed through the veil of illusion, there is no reason to fear. Know that you have always been who you truly are. There is nothing you need to become. You are already everything you've been searching for. The truth is, you are not separate from the universe. You are one with it. You are not a small, isolated being navigating through an indifferent world. You are the universe, expressing itself through your awareness. You are the very essence of all that is. When you realize that you are the light, you begin to see that everything you experience is a reflection of that light. Your life, your relationships, your challenges are all expressions of the eternal truth within you. Nothing outside of you can diminish your light. You are the one who illuminates your path, and when you recognize this, you will find that the world around you begins to reflect this light in every aspect of your life. The love you seek is not something you need to search for in others. It is already within you, waiting to be recognized. The peace you desire is not something you need to find in the world. It is something you can tap into right now, within yourself. You are the source of all that you seek, and when you embrace this truth, you begin to live with the freedom and love that has always been your birthright. As you step into the light of your own truth, you will find that everything changes. No longer will you be bound by fear, by doubt, or by the illusions of separation. You will see yourself as one with the universe, interconnected, eternal, and infinite. You will see that you are the creator of your reality, the observer of your experience, and the light that guides your way. And in that moment of realization, you will know that the light within you will never fade. It is eternal, and it is who you truly are. It is your essence. It is the truth you have been seeking. It is the love that binds you to all of creation. And once you recognize this, you will never again feel lost or separate, for you will understand that you have always been whole, always been connected, and always been the light. You are the light, and that light will never go out. It is who you are, and it will shine eternally, illuminating the path ahead. Embrace it, and let it guide you to the endless possibilities that await. You are the universe, the eternal light, and you are never alone. This part emphasizes the transformative power of embracing the eternal truth within, awakening to the realization that the light, love, and truth we seek have always been a part of us. The tone is empowering, peaceful, and deeply spiritual, inviting the reader to recognize their inherent connection with the universe and their ability to create a life filled with love and light.